I was gonna stay away from the jail stories and all that, but I'm hearing mad stuff about HDM in 1994, 95, right? But let me say something to all y'all Bing monsters and ex gangsters and dudes that did a bunch of time and stuff and that's putting this content out right now, right? And I'm gonna tell you this one thing. In '94, when I came through HDM, that was about June of '94 when I was in HDM, up until about June of '95, or a little bit later after that. You know what I mean? Because I blew trial a little bit after that. '94 and '95 and HDM 4 block B-side. That's what we're gonna talk about, right? And that's where the story. See this thing. I just got a letter recently from. It says Ronald Timmons there. Some of y'all know him as Ace. Other people know him from Paid in Full movie. That's one of the dudes that shot AZ and killed the rest of them people in that crime. Some real serious stuff or whatever, right? But at that time, that's who was in that block. Now, reason why I'm bringing up Ace and Rondu is because Ace and Rondu had a specific set of rules that when you came to that block. And let's make no mistake about it, that was Ace and Rondu block at that time. There was no gang members on 4 block in the B side. The only one that was even there that even like talked about something, you know what I'm saying, gang related and stayed in that house that I remember was Ty Guns. And at that time, you know what I'm saying, Ty used to say he was blood, but I don't really think he was officially blooded in. You know what I mean? I think that Ty just hated Spanish dudes so much at that time because the stuff that was going on is that he claimed blood. He said he was blood. Maybe playing or whatever, but Ty was the only one. There was no other gang members in 4 block B-side. Now, shout outs to my dudes, you know what I'm saying, King Isaac that was in 2 block. You know what I mean? Shout outs to King Audi, you feel me? And the one that you really, really heard about at that time, if you did hear about some gang shit, it was the Latin Kings, and that was VI. And he was like, I think in 3 or 5 block. I remember because VI was always letting it go off. You know what I'm saying? From what I understood, back then VI was a king. You know what I'm saying? Now I think I'm talking about the VI from Brooklyn because there's 2 VIs. There's King VI Valentine from Valentine Ave and 183rd, you know what I'm saying, in the Bronx. That's the VI that I personally know. The other VI, I don't really know him, but I heard his name. At that time, all you heard was VI and Scully. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to get to Scully at some point. But for now, I'm going to talk about Rondu and Ace. Rondu and Ace didn't allow gangbangers, you know what I'm saying, into 4 block B-side. And I don't think there was anything personal that they had against gang members. I think that they was running such a smooth operation in terms of getting the festivals and everything flowing in 4 block that, you know, that they didn't want to mess that up. So I think that that's where it came from. And dudes gave you a chance, you know what I mean? If you're a gangbanger, like when you came to the gate, niggas will let you know, you know what I'm saying? Paulie was up in there, Iron Mike was in there, Mike Brock from 140, you know what I'm saying? Everybody verify what I'm trying to tell you, you know what I mean? Ty Guns will tell you this, you know what I'm saying? Mandu will tell you this, because Mandu's in the block. God bless the dead. Drama was here, he would tell you, a.k.a. Brave Dave. Now, I didn't start in 4 block. I was started in 2 block. And in 2 block, you had, on one side, you had this kid named Luca that was like running the whole flow of 2 block at that time, right? It was him, and then you had Tata, right? Tata had a brother named Troy. Troy used to come to the mosque a lot. I don't know if he was Muslim or not. They used to say he was blood. They used to say he was Muslim. You know what I'm saying? Troy was always cool with me. I never had a problem with him, but that's who was in 2 block. When I get to 2 block, Fat Daddy up in there, you know what I'm saying? God bless the dead. Like I said, King Isaac was up in there. Audi was up in there. Kareem used to be the imam at that time. June was up in there. June was like his YZ of education. You know what I'm saying? Like they had 20 cells, like straight up Muslims. I went in the back with Tyson. Tyson was back in the back. Anyway, long story short, short story even shorter. Like I said, true story. All stories are not true, so we're going to talk about this. And a lot of this is predicated because of the video that, or the interview I did with Warpath. Big shout outs to Warpath, you know what I'm saying? And big shout outs to Fred from Tales from the Pen, you know what I'm saying? Like, I did an interview for both of them, and it sparked a little something like questions or whatever, or some people say certain things, like Cat actually, you know, trying to correct me about being in Attica. Bro, I was in Attica, you know what I'm saying, 96, 97, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's me in the middle, bro. You feel me? That was 97 in January at the festival, man. I can't remember what the sales looked like, and you know what I'm saying, and all that. I remember, for the most part, I remember, you know, the general look of things or whatever. But sometimes you could get things misconstrued. And I think that during this time, like when dudes is doing these videos and stuff, a lot of y'all cats is just coming home and just getting used to this. Yo, bro, I've been home since 2002, man. I started bidding in 1991. You feel me? Like, none of this is new to the kid. You know what I mean? I just don't got time for it. I run websites and do other things, but I feel like if it could be something positive at the end of the day, you know what I mean? Like dudes can make some money and get some money off of this content we putting out here, then that's a good look for y'all. You understand what I'm saying? But I have to make this known. All this gang banging y'all talking about, you know what I'm saying? I don't remember a lot of that when I was in HDM in 94. You know what I'm saying? The Bloods I remember was Shy and Brooklyn, maybe, you know what I'm saying? And I don't remember too many Bloods in the beginning. Scully was not in 1B. Scully was in 1A, y'all. Feel where I'm coming from? I'm gonna tell you who was in 1B at that time. I think Magoo was over there in 1B. You had two sides. You feel me? The side I was on the side when they bought the adolescents, you know what I mean? Because I was only 19 at that time, you know what I'm saying? I turned 19 in May 29th. I was locked up by June 10th, you know what I'm saying, in HDM. I stayed in a Beacon for a couple of days until Robo and them turned up, you feel me? Not Robo Just, I'm talking about Muslim Robo that used to be breaking the COs and the Turtles helmets and all that, you know what I'm saying? That had the cast on his arm for all of them, you know what I mean? 94, 95, anybody that was in the island, 94, 95 know about Robo running around with the big orange, you know what I'm saying? A cast on his arm, you know what I mean? Hiding mad shit up in there, you feel me? So Robo, matter of fact, it wasn't even Robo that set it off. It was a kid named Cowie that also was in the bang with me. He was in 1A with me. At that time, 1A, King Capone was up in there. King Capone with the big bust on his face. He was the only king in there. You know what I'm saying? This is when the Bloods was only in either 1A or 1B. You didn't have Bloods just running around in population. It wasn't happening like that. You know what I'm saying? Spanish niggas was on top of that. Now, as far as the oppression and when they say that they needed to create the Bloods because of the oppression, I can see what niggas is saying. You know what I mean? I never really felt it because I always been Muslim. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, like, even, you know what I mean, like, I always been classified like a renegade Muslim, and we gonna talk about that. You know, you feel where I'm coming from? Because really, I don't think it, you know what I mean, some cats is just Muslim, but they just was already strong. I already did a bid before I came to HDM. I was 16, 17 years old, already bidding, you know what I'm saying, with all these cats, with Shoe Shine and, you know what I'm saying, Kojak and Fruit Quan and all these cats, you know what I mean, Mac, you know what I mean, Ron Mac, you feel me, like, I already was doing time, you know what I mean? So coming to the adults was just a small transition. But at 1B, at that time, on one side, you had a couple dudes over there. I don't remember exactly who's over there. I only remember the name I remember off top. I do remember Magoo was in 1B on that one side. There wasn't too many cells that was available over there. So all your cats was talking about y'all was in 1B, you're lying. You feel me? Now on the other side, you had a shooter, Jamaican nigga named Germ. Adolescent. They couldn't hold him in the 4 building, so they put him over there in 1B. You feel me? It was 8 people in that joint. I'm gonna tell you 3 of the people that was there. Definitely 4 of the people that was there. I was up in there. Junglist was up in there. Ferguson was up in there. All shooters. Fulo was up in there, and SI. God bless the dead. Garland. That's when I first met Garland, right? And I had some deep conversations with Garland. As soon as I met Garland, me and Garland hit it off because he always was a quiet, young, smart dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, Garland was one of those dudes that, you know what I mean? Like, he'll have a bunch of cigarettes, you know what I'm saying? And he'd just be looking for a joint of weed and give you 2 packs of cigarettes or something like that. Just because. Garland was just a cool-ass dude. And he was real militant-minded at that time. And he really strategized and looked at the whole blood thing different than a lot of other people that I met that was Bloods. Like, Ty was just a wild-ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, Dizzy was just a wild motherfucker. You know what I mean? Like, when Dizzy got hold of that blood shit, he just got even more louder because Dizzy was always a loud talking wild motherfucker. A lot of people didn't know that Dizzy was already a grown-ass man and did 15 years before y'all even knew him. But anyway, let's go back to 4 Block. Because 4 Block was real unique. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got all these gangsters in there. I'm talking about name brand killers and dealers and shit. You know what I'm saying? Passing through here like Panama. You know what I mean? Paulie, you know what I mean? Like, Boogie even passed through for a little while. That's Paulie's brother. You feel me? Sincere. I remember when Paulie hit Sincere and Sincere from Edenmore hit him in the face with the mop joint, you know what I'm saying, and bust his eye open. That opened up the doors for us to have mad beef up in there, you know what I mean, with the Spanish dudes, because, you know what I mean, Sincere was Muslim. And him and Paulie, you know what I'm saying, they got into it. We all fucked with Paulie, so it was like, damn, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to be in the middle type shit, because that was like a gangster on gangster type thing, you know what I'm saying? But I was there doing all that, you know what I mean? I was there when Mandu got there. I was there when Polite got there. Excuse me, not Polite, Fuquan. You know what I mean? And Fuquan and Polite is the ones that started to smoke. You dig? Now, Rondu and Ace, every 3 weeks, Captain Bailey worked like this, right? When I was in 2 block, how I got the 4 block, I wanted to go to 4 block because Ty was in 4 block, and Ty's my nigga from the town, right? And then Jarvey, God bless the dead, you know what I mean? Them two was over there. They adolescents just like me. I want to get over there with my guys, right? So I had a court for a razor, right? Going to court. Actually didn't even get caught with the razor. I didn't want to give the ox up, so they gave me the ticket. Boom. I get the bang time. I hit Bailey. They don't, you know what I'm saying? Like Bailey, like, yeah, I got you. Boom, boom, boom. Right? I give them whatever I give them. But now the bang cops come. They came and take me to bang anyway. I get to the bang, alarm is in the bang. So Captain Bailey's coming through. I see Captain Bailey, yo, you know what I'm saying? Walk me right up out of there, put me in 4 block on the B side, right where I want to be. Bow! Right? That's how I get there. And meet Ace and Rondu. Now I'm gonna tell you, me and Ace is real tight. I end up taking over Ace's store and running that shit, you know what I'm saying, until I left. Right? And why I left was real dramatic. I'm not gonna talk about that. But I will talk about my relationship, you know what I'm saying, with Ace and how, you know what I mean, I viewed him and his case and everything, because I got the chance to read Ace's case, you know what I mean? Ace gave it to me. And it was on some, if you go home and you end up being a rapper, because I used to be banging. He was in 2 cells, I was in 3 cells, Smalls was in number 1 cell, in the back, next to the TV. I used to be banging every night, making raps and shit. He's like, you ever do that? I want you to write a rap about this. Why? Because every time Mob Style used to come on, what's going on? What's going wrong? Ace used to run and make niggas turn TV off, be yelling, y'all like this snitch motherfucker? And for the record, I mean, Rondu. Rondu was a big black, you know what I'm saying, ugly motherfucker, you know what I mean, with hands like this and shit. Rondu used to just walk down on cell block and just punch the walls. I started doing that shit until my hands was so fucking hard I could hit something and cut it. And that's what the dynamics came from me and Ace relationship. I really rocked with Ace because Ace used to be on some hardcore workout shit, and I didn't know how to do pull-ups, even though I already did a big, you know what I'm saying? So I wasn't thinking like that. I was getting a little bit older and I started thinking like that, you know what I mean? And then plus, in the back of my mind, I knew I might be doing some time. So that's how me and Ace got cool. And anybody that know about Ace, you know what I'm saying, know about me, know that we super tight. People used to think that Ace was my family, you feel me? Ace and Rondu used to argue in that motherfucker all day long, man. All day. And even though they was co-defendants, they ain't really rock with each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, them niggas just capping at each other all day, man. It used to be arguments and there all the time. But I can tell you one thing, they had that shit under control. Every 3 weeks, if you ain't get no cuttings and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? Like, you would get these festivals and, you know, dudes would go to the festivals and be smashing right on the festival. So we wasn't trying to like stop that, right? So that was the reason why there was a lot of peace going on, and a lot of things that happened in there got handled in there. I remember Paulie cut up Mandu Man, you know what I'm saying? Mandu started the Warriors. Mandu's the dreadlock dude, you know what I'm saying? Used to be on some wild shit back in the day. He ended up catching mad time. I think he had a body, right? But Mandu had a couple little, you know what I mean, little punk ass niggas that he used to run with, you know what I mean? They used to just, not run with, but they used to attach themselves to Mandu and think they were safe. You know what I'm saying? So one day, Paulie showed the nigga he wasn't safe. Paulie whopped him. Boom! You know what I'm saying? Now, he open. We get in the festival this Saturday. Niggas like, oh, no, bro. Niggas went and got the not this tape, the masking tape, the skinny masking tape. Yo, bro, sliced the joint up into little slithers, right? And then put the tape on homeboy's face, all right? So we can get our festivals. Mind you, the festival ain't for like 3 days. So he wore that for like 3 days. I remember looking at him and just feeling sorry. Like, I seen it like crusting up. The cops will see it and don't say shit. Well, I think the niggas put toothpaste over his face. Yo, they did boy dirty, bro. to keep that festival, man. There was so much greaseball shit going on in 4 Block that got swept up under the rug, you know what I'm saying, just to keep them festivals. We used to win all the time. Rondo used to wake up Saturday morning, get the stick, the mop stick, and just hit everybody's out. GI time, GI, everybody get up, get your nasty ass up. I mean, Ace had me on the payroll. I was like on 3 different payrolls, right? I was on the payroll just for one of the jobs that we had was just to clean the poles. Pause. I swear on everything. I love the gates. I used to get a check for that. Got a check for house gang, and I got a check for working at the admin fucking weight room up in the front, man. Ace and Rondu was like walking through the job. I'm talking about tradition. These niggas caught that case in like 87. No, that was like, let me see, that was 87. It was like 87 when they caught that case. They came back down to court in 91 and stayed there till 95 until they blew a trial again. And then got 112 and a half years to life again. The funny thing about that case is that one of them wanted to take the offer that they was offering them, which was 17 and a half to 35, right? And one of them didn't. We're going to talk about that, man. Because that shit was, it was deep, you know what I mean? And then seeing Ace and Rondu on TV that day after they blew trial again, and matter of fact, it wasn't after they blew trial, it was at their sentencing. To see that, man, because I was like, everybody thought that they was going to go home. You know what I mean? Twin was there too. This is Ace's twin brother. He had twins. I mean, I heard, you know what I mean, allegedly there was plots about Twin was going, they was going to switch spots and all that, and Twin was going to be the one, you know what I mean? Like, but them some legends, man. Them, Ace and Rondu and Willie Bossett, let me tell you something. The Timmons twins and Willie Bossett, let me just say it like that, are the reasons why they started charging adolescents as adults. You know what I mean? They from that. I mean, these are old school gangs. These dudes that was extorting Fat Cat. You know what I'm saying? Like these cats right here, these are the gangsters. You know what I mean? Like, for real. I used to barber Rondu all the time. Rondu used to hate shit I used to do because I was a young wild nigga. I'll be running around doing hot shit like, you know what I'm saying, my man coming, you know what I mean? Like, me and Ty go fill up a bucket of water and just go to the second company and just dump it on somebody, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Niggas is playing football, jump up in the middle, grab the football, you know what I'm saying? Try to fucking cut that shit. You know what I mean? We just wild, stupid niggas. But the best shit that I had to occupy my time outside of being a renegade ass Muslim, you know what I'm saying, and making salat, because that was one of my things, you know what I mean? It was Skelly's, because, you know what I mean? 4 Block, I think all the blocks at that time had Skelly boards, and Skelly was a big thing. And Skelly's is that game that you play on the floor up the tops and all that, you know what I'm saying? So I remember we had the Skelly board. We used to play football in that joint. We used to play stickball. We used to be cooking up in that joint, you know what I mean? Like, I ain't trying to make it seem like reminisce, you know what I mean, and make it seem as if this is the place to be. It's all part of institutionalization, you know what I'm saying? Like, to some degree, when you've been doing time for 20 plus years, you have those you remember the good parts about being in a bad situation, you know what I'm saying? If you was the only thing about the bad things, I think, you know what I mean, you end up like dudes that, you know what I'm saying, that end up in that recidivism, you know what I mean, like that revolving door, you feel me? I like to think about both, the good and the bad, because that's the reality of the situation. When you don't deal with the reality, you know what I mean, you bound to face the situation again. I hope that makes some sense, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, no gangbangers, 4 Block beats out there. Anybody tell me something different. I'm telling you, it just wasn't gonna happen, man. Especially Paulie and them, you know what I mean? You know, the Spanish niggas and the black niggas was equally powerful at that time, you know what I'm saying? So if you was a blood dude trying to get through the gates, or if you was a Latin King dude trying to get through the gates, you would have had the same exact results. They was not having it, you know what I'm saying? Now later on, you know what I mean? I think when Shaw came out the bang, that's when it started becoming like, all right, now you got the Bloods, you know what I mean? Like, I know I heard somebody say, was talking about Mark Cross, you know what I mean, being Blood. I remember Mark Cross being one of the Bloods. I don't know him personally, but I remember being at HDM and Drama used to talk to him a lot through the window. You know what I'm saying? He was in 95, locked up in the bank. Now I kick it with him all the time. Mark, you know what I'm saying? Mark Cross on the gate. But that wasn't my man. Like I did time with. I was talking to him off the strength of Drama. Drama's my nigga. God bless the day. You know what I'm saying? And whoever else used to talk to Mark Cross up there. You know what I'm saying? Because he was one of the only blood niggas during that time. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, as I move along, I'll probably give some more content up. We probably continue this. You know what I mean? My name's Mac. You know, everybody stay blessed, stay safe out there.